meeting. And I'd like to start with our first speaker, who's working with basic manual project speech number 1, the Icebreaker. The objectives of the Icebreaker are, or is rather, to begin speaking before an audience, discover speaking skills you already have, and that need attention. That's the major objective. Our speech timing for this is 4 to 6 minutes. The title of the speech is Perception is Reality. And let's welcome Mike Cubbin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
They say that perception is reality, but we also have to remember that many times things are not what they seem to be. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. For my Icebreaker, I had thought about telling you about my children and how wonderful they are, but we really don't have enough time to do that. That would take years. So instead, what I decided to do was pick up on one characteristic of the bond and relationship I have with them, which I consider most important, and that is communication. So my Icebreaker will be with regard to communication, and it just happens to be a little story about public speaking, too. The year was 1975. I was a freshman at Nassau Community College. In my Psych 101 class, sitting there when 2 students from Hofstra University came in, they asked if there was anybody who needed help with their public speaking. I'm very nervous now. I could not get up in front of a crowd of people and answer a question. At that time, I had trouble answering questions in class. I would lose my vision, my hearing. It was really very embarrassing. Put my name down on the list, signed up. 1 week later, I'm walking into Hofstra University into a small room. Had to be about 10 by 10. 2 students are there who I had met previously, a TV, a VCR, a podium, and a piece of paper. Nobody else. So I said, where are the people I'm going to be doing my public speaking for? They said, well, you see the room is so small that we could not fit everybody inside of here. So what we did was we put them into another room, and you're going to see them on that TV camera, and as you see them, they'll see you. I said, this is great because it took a lot of the weight off me. So they said, we're going to give you one piece of advice, though. What we want you to do is make sure when you start reading, do not stop no matter what. I later found out why they said that. Because I would have been running out early during the first couple of minutes. They said, good luck. They turned on the TV. There's a group of students. I start reading. Boom. As soon as I start reading, they're insulting my mustache, my hair, my clothes. I think they might have even said something about my mother. It was horrible. They were yelling, you have to leave right now, stop what you're doing, you are the worst speaker we've ever heard. I'm sweating, it's a nightmare. And I remember what they said, just keep speaking. So I'm going on and on. One of the students in the camera, one of the students in the TV set, looks at the other and said, who wants donuts? They said, well, this guy's so bad, get some donuts. They leave, come back about a minute later, donuts, coffee. They break up into little clutches, eating donuts, still mocking me. Finally, to spare me the indignity, somebody gets up and puts a napkin over the camera. I can still hear them, though. I finished my speech. Seemed like it took a year to say it. 2 students came in. They said, you did a great job. I walked outside, and, you know, the expression is, whatever does not kill you makes you stronger. You would have thought that I felt horrible. I felt energized that I was able to go in there, speak, and walk out. Second week comes. I show up, podium, TV, 2 students, VCR, piece of paper, same piece of paper. They said, you're going to be reading the same thing. This time, same advice, do not stop. Turn the TV set on, there they are again. I'm thinking, there they are. They look at me, they go, here he is again. They start right in. My clothes, you're the worst speaker. What are we doing here? Why are we wasting our time? One of the women in the crowd says, give him a chance. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. They're screaming her down. This went on for the whole thing, and as we went on, it got progressively a little better. We went through this for 8 weeks. By the 8th week, when I came in, turned on the TV set, started my speech. By the end of it, they were standing and applauding. It was wonderful. Progressively got better over the 8 weeks. 2 students came in, said, "You did a great job." Walked out, I felt great. Fast forward 20 years, I'm in my practice, I'm a chiropractor. Had been speaking for years now to groups. And I had taped myself like I'm doing today. So I'm sitting in my office watching one of my tapes. And I'm thinking back to the time when these students were having me speak in front of this group. I'm thinking, maybe, just maybe, I wasn't really speaking to other people. Maybe they had 8 VCR tapes, and I was just speaking to a tape with nobody there. I said, that really dawned on me. It took me 20 years to figure this out. And at that moment I said, you know, this is just unbelievable that I was able to get through this, use this as a stepping stone towards my public speaking, when it might have been just me speaking to 8 tapes by myself. And I said to myself, how appropriate that I was in my psych class all those years ago. These were psych students, and they come in because they must have known. They must have had some idea how people's minds think when you speak in front of people. And they must have realized that perception is reality, and that sometimes things are not really what they seem to be. Thank you very much.
Okay, please take 1 minute to evaluate Mike.
Good job, man.